Okay. Welcome to the rally, and what are your names? Where are you from?
I'm Perry Winters. This is my wife, Cherie Jackson. This is Deanie Williams. We're all from East Tennessee.
Hey, welcome. And why are you here today?
Because it's important.
It's important.
It's important and
To show the rest of the U.S. that there are secular Americans and we care.
and it makes very encouraging to see this many of us out, because sometimes, it gets a little lonely out there. So
Yeah,
good
we're
seeing
definitely
everyone.
here to support reason, support science, and support the new enlightenment.
Thank you very much. Okay. Have a nice.
Washington churches are warned not to collect funds and fight against gay marriage. Monsignor Joseph Tyson from the Yakima Diocese recently sent a letter to the priests in his 41 parishes. The topic? Let's start a special collection for Preserve Marriage Washington, a group that wants to overturn the state's current same-sex marriage law. Upon hearing about this, the Public Disclosure Commission decided to act swiftly, and a warning was sent to every Washington state church reminding them that they are not allowed to collect money for political causes. But since the Commission has not yet received any official complaint, no formal action has been deemed necessary. As for the Roman Catholic Church, it has decided to skirt the troublesome legalities by distributing pre-addressed Preserve Marriage Washington donation envelopes, which will be collected later on by the organization's own staff. Meanwhile, Bishop Robert Seiler, Chief of Staff and Chancellor for the Yakima Diocese, said, "We don't take sides for or against candidates, but we do speak out against other issues. The Preserve Marriage Washington campaign aligns with our teachings, so we have no problem supporting it." The right to seek asylum based on fears of religious persecution is accepted by the European Union Court of Justice. In a recent ruling, the European Court of Justice confirmed a 2005 decision by a German court to allow asylum in Europe to people who are persecuted in their home countries for religious reasons. The judges even said that it didn't matter whether or not the claimants were forbidden to privately or publicly practice their faith. What matters are the consequences incurred by a person who tries to live according to the rules of his or her religion. Although the ruling was appreciated by the two Pakistanis involved in the court case, this day was very long in coming. It took 9 years to be exact. They had left Pakistan in 2003 because they had belonged to the Ahmadiyya sect, a Muslim group that sees itself as reformist. However, Sunnis deny that Ahmadis are Muslim at all. Pakistan itself declared the sect no longer Muslim back in 1974. Upon their arrival in Germany, the two Pakistani refugees said that back home they were prohibited from declaring their faith and not allowed to pray in public. The German asylum authorities declared that those were inadequate grounds and rejected the original applications. Meanwhile, back in their home country, many Pakistani Ahmadis regularly spend 10 or 11 years on death row because their faith is considered a blasphemy. Religion becomes a divisive point at the Democratic National Convention. To the delegates of the Democratic National Convention did not include any references to God or a statement declaring Jerusalem the capital of Israel. The absence of these 2 points was quickly picked up by the right-wing media and Republicans, who immediately started claiming that Democrats were out of touch with mainstream Americans. Republican vice presidential candidate Paul Ryan even said on Fox and Friends, "I guess I would just put the onus and burden on them to explain why they did all this, these purges of God." CNN reported that President Obama was quite surprised when he found out that these 2 references had been removed from this year's platform. He supposedly asked, why on earth would this have been taken out? He then requested that a special proposition be presented to the delegates so that the references could be reinserted. However, the voice vote to restore God in Jerusalem proved to be quite divisive. A 2/3 majority vote was needed, and Chairman Antonio Villaraigosa ended up requesting 3 votes, and although it was clear that he didn't get the required numbers, he still declared that the amendment had been accepted. Jacques Berliner-Blau, associate professor and director of Jewish civilization at Georgetown University, described the moment as memorable. Perhaps the 2012 Democratic National Convention will be remembered as the moment that the liberal theological worldview roared. That it did so having to shout down long-standing divisions about godlessness in Israel is altogether fascinating. Right-wing religious activists stay true to their nature. Following the attack on the Family Research Council offices last month, Fox News invited the Truth Wins Out spokesman Wayne Besson to speak on behalf of his organization and, as a commentator, present the point of view of those who believe that the FRC is a hate group. But this did not sit well with the right-wing religious activists like Matt Staver and Matt Barber of Liberty Counsel, Scott Lively of Defend the Family International, and Linda Harvey of Mission America. Actually, they are but a few of the many signatories on a press release asking that Fox News stop giving Wayne Besson a voice. Seen as a homosexual agitator, they believe that Besson has a long history of slandering conservative groups in the ex-gay community in language that foments hatred and undermines civil discourse. The Southern Poverty Law Center and Wayne Besson are united in demonizing conservative organizations and individuals. Although they ask in their statement that Fox News and Bill O'Reilly find more ethical spokespersons, it's interesting to note that the signatories include Scott Lively, author of the book The Pink Swastika, where he makes unfounded claims such as Nazis were gay.
Atheist Roundtable, a gathering place for rational people. Funny pictures and videos.
Profound atheist quotes.
The religious going crazy.
The latest news.
World domination. Casual discussions.
Baby eating.
The ultimate forum for a lively dialogue. Come join the fun at atheistroundtable.com.